All right, so I'm back again. This internet has drove me crazy. I'm gonna post all of these videos up later. I can't believe that I literally am doing 5 videos in one sitting because the internet here, internet service, stinks so bad. Also, while I'm here, and before I get back to talking about Scott Hall, who says incredibly racist things on Facebook, and you need to check this out. But while I'm here, before I get back to that, I would like to make a comment. I hope somebody maybe can tell me the answers to this. So on my page for Food for Action, which is what you're listening and watching now, Food for Action. On this page, I have the page for Food for Action is OBIE underscore SBTSBC. And that is the consistent same address for all of the platforms that I'm on YouTube, Instagram, and my page. The only one differing is where I'm live streaming from now is my profile page, and that is the same except the SBST is capital. So everything does fall though under that. Even if you punch it in lowercase, it'll still come up properly. So I welcome you guys all back. I'm sorry that the internet keeps on screwing me up. It's gone out so far now 3 different times, I think 4 different times. So this is another thing, but I'm gonna stick in here. Thank you for keeping on joining in. Again, I was talking about Scott Hall. That's SCOTT Hall, HALL. He is me and him have 200 and some odd mutual friends in common. That means that some of you who have been tuning in are friends with him as well. Scott Hall. And I read to you some of the nasty things that he said about Obama. He actually literally said in one of the things that I read to you moments ago, he said that racism doesn't exist. That's what he says. Um, again, I don't know how any white person feels privileged enough that they can say that racism doesn't exist when they're not black and black people are telling you that it does exist, that we are living it. How can you then turn around and say that it does not exist? How can you say that systemic racism doesn't exist when we're telling you all over the world right now, we're telling you that it does exist. And millions of white people acknowledge that it exists. Police departments acknowledge that it exists. Everybody in the United States, except for Klan, I don't know why they don't admit it, and another certain set of white folks like to believe, or like to at least say, that racism doesn't exist, that systemic racism doesn't exist. So again, I tell you that you must talk with us black people, that you must spend a day with us black people, that you must engage with us so that you can understand what it is that we are living, that you're not trying to look at, that you're not trying to see, that you're trying to literally doing you're covering your eyes, your ears, and every other sense you have to see to the fact that this actually exists. Now, again, thank you guys who have stuck in here. Thank you guys who have just tuned in, and thank you all who have definitely jumped in and watched the videos on Facebook and on the page OBIE underscore SBTSBC. And for those of you who come on here later onto my page, which is OBIE underscore capital SBTSBC. And thank you for viewing later. Joe, thank you, brother. Man, thanks for hanging in, Joe. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that this thing keeps on going out. So my brother, my big brother Joe, Jeannie Joseph Morant, he says that he talks about comfort denial, which is, Joe, I don't know if you got to see my live stream from last week, but I literally spoke about 5 different stands, and I talk about people who stand for comfort and who are in denial and so on. And I spoke out about five different types of people that they either stand for nothing, they stand with us, they stand against us, they stand for comfort, they stand for. I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me, but there's five different types of stands, and it goes along the same principles of that comfort denial, and it's a shame, Joe. It's a shame that that is literally what we're facing in America today, where you can see, you can literally see it, you can literally hear it. I just read you stuff that a so-called president, if you want to, like Scott Hall called Obama a so-called president, we have a so-called president sitting in the office right now, and he literally just hours ago, 12:19 p.m., just talked about saving the suburban dream, because he considers that a dream to some people, the suburban dream by disbanding something that was set up by the Obama administration to allow um, um, better housing to be built in better neighborhoods, better qualities, so on and so forth, more affordable, so on, affordable housing, and and he just said that he signed something so that he's saving the suburban lifestyle, the people who have that lifestyle, saving them from crime and their houses losing their worth. I just have to read this one more time because it is so unbelievable that a quote unquote president said this on Twitter for the universe to see. He said at 12:19 p.m., this is Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump on Twitter, says, I am happy to inform all of the people living their suburban lifestyle dream, which I would think anybody who lives in the suburbs must have took that as maybe a little bit of a shot. Uh, but anyways, living this suburban lifestyle dream, that you will no longer be bothered or financially hurt by having low income housing built in your neighborhoods. In other words, keep black people and minorities over there. Don't give them an equal housing. Don't give them equal access. Don't give them equal access to good schools, good communities, so on. Don't give them access and ways to get out of poverty. Don't do that. No, let's make the excuse or the reasoning be. Let me see if I can twist your brain around. Is what Donald J. Trump wants to do. He wants to twist your brain up. He wants to give you a little so that he can nice up to you. He thinks he's going to win you over because he's telling you that your suburban lifestyle dream will not be bothered or financially hurt by having low income housing built in your neighborhood. And he follows that up by saying your housing prices will go up based on the market and crime will go down. Is that not racist? Am I the only one who hears that? Oh, wait a minute. Did he not say something about Hispanic folk? Did he not say that about Latinos? About keeping, what did he call them? Rapists and murderers? And drug dealers? So this is Donald J. Trump saying your housing prices will go up based on the market and crime will go down. I have rescinded the Obama-Biden AFFH rule. Enjoy. He basically just said, hi, my name is Donald J. Trump. I am still a racist, and I am telling you that we're going to keep the black and brown-skinned people over there out of your way. And those of you black folks who want to be on my side, and you can be included too, maybe. And But you have to now denounce Obama and what he did for this country, and that's what he's saying. He's saying do that. He's saying I'm going to uh, break up that whole rule, and I'm gonna give you this as a gift. You can now have your suburban lifestyle dream. Don't dream about being rich. Don't dream about being a billionaire. Don't dream about having it all. Don't dream about no caviar and all that. Your dream of your suburbia dream. You can have that dream, and you can have and that's. Oh, he's giving you this. He's giving you this. He's going to keep crime because that's all that black and brown people do is crime. So I'm going to keep them out of your way, and anybody like them, I'm going to keep them out of your way, and your houses are going to be worth more, your lifestyle is going to be better, and we're just going to throw them to the side. Well, ain't that the hell what has been happening all these years? Do you not get it yet? Joe, I think it's about time for an amen, ain't it? Or a fist bump or something. Come on, folks. Are you guys really falling for that trickery, slickery business? Look, I even had one of the posts that my brother G, my little almost twin brother, posted something, and I even had one of one of the guys who I was telling you about today, and I think it was the person I was just talking about, Scott. He even copied the words the same day that I posted it. He even copied the words off of there and tried to flip it around and make it a colorful post. I thought this was the most. I mean, I can give him an A for artwork. Um, where is this thing at? Because I posted a post that my brother, my brother G posted this thing with a picture of Trump that said, uh, that said, congratulations, you managed to bring back 1918 pandemic, the 1929 depression, and the 1968 race riots all at once. That was a post that my brother did, and then I reposted that, giving my brother the props. And this dude, Scott Hall, the racist guy that I was telling you, thinks that racism doesn't exist. He he then copied that, but just he typed it, and he didn't miss any words this time. And I'm sorry I said that. I'm not supposed to be. I told y'all keep it nice, keep it clean. So let me keep it clean too. Thank you, Joe, for the fist bump. And so, what he does is he copies those words and puts like one of them little background things that you get on Facebook, and he says instead of Trump, because Trump is the one who literally did this, and you can see it every day. He says, "Hell of a job, Democrats," and then he writes the things that we posted in pictures with the nice illustrations and all that stuff. But that's what he does, and he does it on the same day, June 25th. I mean, come on. Do we not see? Do we not see, man? Do we not see? Dean Johnson, oh yeah, this is in keeping with right-wing ideology. It's rooted in white evangelical nationalism. Fox News and Breitbart project their message. I got it, and that is true, man. They definitely do that, and I understand the inner workings of that system over there. I get how they do. You know what I mean? Look, no news outlet, nobody's completely clean or innocent of not putting a little spin on stuff. The problem is, as I do as one of my hashtags now, is that sure, the left might make things look a little bit nicer, but the right outright lies, and they hate spinning. Not just a little bit of spin, not just something to pad their hours on the news shows or whatever, but they literally, oh, we got Jesse. He said he would never tune in. Here he is. So as you guys can see, Thank you, Jesse, for showing up. He finally showed up, and he put his patented uh, "your racism is demonic." So he calls me racist, and you know, with my white mom and my white dad and my kind of white daughter and my let's see, and my white daughter's mom. Uh, just that alone kind of takes me out of the racism topic, even if I wasn't doing this. But because I'm doing this to try to stop the racism from happening, I'm trying to bridge that gap. Well, I'm sorry, Jesse, but I mean I can put you want to if you want to come on right now, I will definitely pull you up and invite you into this conversation if you would like to speak. That is not a problem. I think a lot of the listeners who come back and forth on here have been waiting for that to happen. So I definitely, you know, if you look back at some of the previous video, or I don't know if you've been watching all along, I addressed all of the things that you spoke about in the trade with you and Rob Adams and Michelle. I forget her name, but and so you definitely can tune into that later, or like I said, you are more than welcome to join in. And I'm sure that everybody who comes in and out, because I know you thought that there was only two people, what you're ignoring to see, or what you're, I guess, neglecting, is that there might be two people that pop in, pop out, five people, seven people, two, three, one. The numbers go up and down because people are doing stuff. People got lives. But if you look at the views that have taken place, and I guess I could post this for you, I have an average of 30 minutes at least listeners. I'm in the 70 to 80 percentile of 30 minutes at least listening. So, or 30 minutes or more, rather. So, I think it's a little bit different than what you think it is, Jesse. And as well as on Instagram and YouTube. And I think in a total, I'm over 400 plus weekly, I'm sorry, per show, because there's 200 plus over there on Instagram. There are 200 plus on my page, not this profile. And then there are 100 and some odd that watch the post from this page that I am streaming from. So it's over 400 that happen per show, and that are interested in the post and so on. So all of the media collectively is well over 400 plus. So I hope, you know, my intention, Jesse, is to engage with you in conversation so that we can understand each other. And I want to know where you come from. I want to know where your thinking is coming from. I want to know your concepts. I know you try to portray or believe that it comes from the Bible, but yet I've been on ministries and been in the ministry for more years than you've been alive, and I know that that is not the case. I know that you claim different scriptures here and there, and which lots of people do, and which is, you know, I mean, I'm not judging that, but you know, everybody will be judged at some point by Him on high, and so you know, it's up to everybody. Again, we get back to what, like my big brother said, it's a comfort belief system. It's a comfort standing up. It's a comfort where people either continue learning or stop their learning. It's a comfort level where people stop engaging or continue engaging. It's a comfort level where people decide that, hey, this is who I am and I have no more growth to do. Well, I'm 51. I believe there's plenty more growth, and so do many other millions of people in this country believe the same in their lives. And I hope and pray, as I do for everyone, I hope and pray that Jesse, you will do the same thing. Again, that is Jesse Chastain. He is there, and he just had "your racism is demonic" to say with his little laughter emoji thingy. So yeah. So anyways, so um, um, one extra shout out for South Carolina. One of the things that I want to make sure that happens after I read to you the about the poor job that South Carolina is doing with the removal of racist and slave owner um, Confederate monuments and uh, plaques and namings of buildings and this, that, and the other. Um, South Carolina is last in the removal of those things, and I hope and I pray that that will change. I hope that that will turn around because uh, it's look. I don't even want to. A lot of people are removing some of these things for political correctness or for popularity or whatever else. I don't. At this point, we probably don't care if you do it for that reason. The underlying reason should be that you know that it's wrong, and you wouldn't want to stare. If you were being oppressed, you wouldn't want to have to stare at those monuments either. They stand for slavery, they stand for racism, and they should be gone. And the lack of leadership to to remove these things from in front of the oppressed people's faces is horrible and disgusting, and that is demonic racism. So I hope that that the leaders of states and cities, especially in South Carolina, where I used to live and where my father was born, I hope that you guys will get on the ball in South Carolina and get them things out of there. It's ridiculous. It is racist. It is sad. It is oppressive. And it's nasty. I don't know why that continues. So, anyways, so we talked about some people. I want to mention their names one more time before I exit for this week. Again, this is a four-parter, so anybody who's looking at this later on, if you didn't see 4 different videos, I think it's 4, it might be 5, I've lost track at this point. If you haven't looked at 4 different videos, if you're looking at this later, then please do. I'll do my best. It's going to take a while to get all 4 transferred to each scenario, each YouTube, and bounced over to page and all that stuff. So I'll get them all labeled in order so that you know how to look at them. I appreciate everybody who has taken the time to engage with other people about white racism in America, and I appreciate your willingness to engage other people throughout the week when they post hateful, nasty, hateful, horrible, nasty things, racist things, and evil things, and when they do the bullying and the name calling and so on. Again, I ask that when you engage with these people, please don't stoop to their level. Don't trade insults for insults. Don't trade name calling for name calling or emoji for emoji and all that stuff. Don't do that. Speak truth, and like people like to say, truth to power. Okay, speak truth to power, and then if they begin the name calling, just let it lie. You see how I do it, you know. If you guys saw half of the things that people say to me and half of the messages that I get, you might drive you crazy. You might not even do this. But I feel that this is an important mission to do. And like somebody said in one, I think it was Big Bob or no, I think it was Chris. Anyways, one of you guys said that one Klan member changed. That's kind of a worthy win in the win column. So, in other words, so we want to make sure that that we keep it with our heads up. keep our uh, our heads up high. Don't say nasty things to people. Don't be bullies. Don't call names. All of those things are things that we don't want to do. We want to point out uh, only facts. We want to point out our experiences um, having to deal with racism. We want to point out our experiences having to deal with systemic racism. We want to point out when it comes to violence against black people. We want to black men, black women, black youth. We want to point out the things that actually exist. We want to point out where it came from. We want to point out why it still exists and that it still exists. We want to give examples. We want to make people understand through facts and through life, not cast aspersions so much. Even I'm guilty in some ways where I kind of get a little cynical and frustrated, but I do my best to try to keep it positive at the end of the day. I love everybody, and I'm praying for everybody. And like I said many times before, I am praying that when my daughter has children and their children have children and those children have children, and that would be probably maybe 5 generations in, maybe this conversation won't have to happen anymore. I'll be long gone, but I'll be looking down from heaven with mad wings and flying all over folks and doing crazy stuff and cracking jokes and whatever, because I believe God will let me do that because I'm kind of nutty. So uh, I look forward to that from heaven. But I want to before I go, I want to leave you with some names again. Very important. Oh, first off, by the way, I forgot to mention where is it? Michelle Elaine, a different Michelle, not the Michelle Fife, but Michelle Elaine. I wanted to give her a shout out. She was also speaking with some folks, and they got a little choppy with her, little nasty with her. And she hung in there, trying to speak some Christian principles and so on. And she was it was Jesse and somebody else, and saying ugly things. So I wanna commend her for hanging in there as well. Again, C.J. Morant, my nephew Joe, your son, he did a warrior's job on some things. He got a little bit, I guess offended and whatever, but he did a good job, and I shouted him out earlier. Love you, CJ. Keep doing what you do. Keep it positive. It's all good. Um, and again, I want to thank everybody, but I want to leave you, as I believe I should, with some names of people to look out for, as I do my best to do each time that we are together these days. So let's see. So, let's see. Okay. So don't forget Jesse Chastain. Don't forget Rob Adams. Don't forget oh my gosh, I can't even find everybody now. George Perez. Don't forget let's see. Here we go. Wait a minute. Oh, here's something I did not see. So, Donnie Browning, who I thought was my friend, was saying some things the other day, and I even gave him a shout out earlier, a positive shout out. He said, "Oh, you just want something to cry about. I don't understand your logic. Everybody wants to pet him. A racist is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. You guys are all sheep and follow the Democrat left where they take you. You can't think for yourself. So again, I just finished answering all of that stuff. So Donnie, you gotta look at this video later, because I love you, man, but you're way off base, and I spelled it all out for I guess like what I'm going on another 30 minutes now. So I've done over 2 hours of this today, and you will see it. I'm trying to figure. This one says, who is this? David Collins. I'm not sure what his point was to be, so I will tell him that. Who are you talking about? But anyway, so yeah, I'll go through names. Actually, when I meet with you guys again on Sunday, I will have the list of names, because at this point I got to get some rest. I got to get some food and finish my coffee. It's now not cold, and I all of you who have taken a part and are engaging, thank you guys so much. Thank you to my family members who show up every week. Thank you for my friends who show up every week. And again, remember, if you're doing nothing, you are part of the problem. If you are not standing with us, black people, white people, if you are not standing with us, black people, I should have said it that way. If you are not standing with me and with us, then you are standing against us. There is no middle ground to this, because it is too fiery right now. You can't be my friend in the middle of this incredible racist crap that's going on right now. You can't be my friend and be saying nothing. Because if somebody was doing something to you, I would step in on your behalf. And I think that applies to all of our mutual friends on Facebook. There are 5,000 or almost 5,000 on my page. So thank you, Georgie. Appreciate that, brother. Good to see you. You just missed about 2 hours plus of this, so I'm going to post all of these videos, because I kept on getting interrupted because the internet service sucks around here. So, but anyways, yeah. If you're my friend and you're not doing anything, if you have black friends and you're not doing anything, if you have black friends that are co-workers and you're not standing up against racism and doing something and saying something, and I know that every one of us, because I know white people that are racist. If I know them, I know you know them. Don't put your hands over your face. Talk to them. Clarify. Or make them clarify. Come to an understanding. We have to defeat this thing. It's evil. It's nasty. So anyways, I love you guys, man. I'll see you Sunday. Until then, let me turn up my little beat that I put together for this outro. I'm coming up with a theme song. It's gonna take a minute, but I'll be in there. Listen, I want to thank you guys very much. I love you guys. Come on, fight racism. Fight racism. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. I love you. I'll see you guys next time. Same back time. Same black channel. Love you guys. Love you. Peace. I never thought I'd say that. Peace. Anyways, I love you guys, man. Fight racism. Stand with us, not against us. I will have all 4 or 5 videos up within the hour. Thank you so much. God bless you.